both the faculty member. So those are striving hard for making betterment of student life. So this is a scenario where we are, and always College of Management will think in an innovative way and what kind of value addition so we can give to the student community. So this is today, it's a kind of a program where we are, and specialization. Now HOD has briefly explained about. It's a part of the regulation. We have to select a specialization at the end of the second semester or the beginning of third semester. We have to move in a different specialization. They are going to join with us virtually. We are also eagerly awaiting. And for the past 15 years, we are seeing the what kind of trend and analytics happening in the different. And previously, what mode we will opt for selecting of our specialization. So we will circulate among the students and the students how to pick or select so which specialization they want to pursue or continue with your career. So a lot of factor will influence while selecting of your specialization. So taking all those into a consideration, so we thought that it's the right time to organize to invite the guests from the respected field or industry, and you can interact with those experts. So this is not taking a decision for the short term. So probably of the third term, what type of specialization you are going to select. So this is a decision for your lifetime career. So after down the line 10 years, down the line 15 years or 20 years, so which career slot you want to achieve? So what is your objective? What is your aim in your management career? Suppose if you want to take up finance as your specialization, so what is the entry level designation? So 5 year, what level you can achieve? 10 year, what level you can achieve? And 15 year, what level you can achieve? So such kind of mapping, competency mapping, you have to make it. And parallelly, we have to upgrade ourselves or upskill ourselves. So what are the skill set required on each and every level? So within a entry level, what is the skill set is required for the finance or marketing or operation or system? So that skill set is going to be delivered by our today's expert from the different. So all are very rich experience in the respective field. So they are going to talk about few, but I humbly request our student friends. So you have to interact with them and you have to get a lot of valuable insight. So what way you have to decide. So there is a common blind assumption and predictions. So if you take marketing, so only immediately the thought will come to your mind is only sales job. So you have to knock and you have to sell a product through sales. But marketing is one of the high profile job. So even the marketing manager, normally we call as a CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, he will reach to the position of a CEO. So marketing guy is a guy who can interact with the customer, who can interact with the line manager, who can interact with the top level boss. So not only for the sales is relevant to the marketing, the marketing is a lot to do. So if you go and approach the IAM, A or B or C, the people are recruited by the marketing company or the marketing research company. So what type of analytics, what type of skill set required, so which position they have traveled through journey. It's a very amazing. So the salary, the highest salary, the people are going towards the marketing related, the product development or the promotional designing. So a lot of job is there related to marketing. So now we have to come out of the way and we have to think in what way we can improve ourselves like finance. So now Kumar sir is here to talk about the finance, MBA finance. Once we completed MBA finance, so what is the career about it? But now we are not only talking about what is the career. Okay, you can start with the finance executive, or any other you can appoint as a chartered accountant, you can join. So that is not the only thing what we are going to discuss. Now we are going to discuss about the skill set, what we have to acquire and what we have to develop. So they are going to parallelly we have to upskill ourselves and move towards the career of the ladder. So all each and every year more than 2 lakh MBA graduates are coming out, especially from Tamil Nadu. So you can imagine about now you are in the right place and you have to, the only thing is that for the company perspective, so why we have to select you, whether it's a Kumar or a Punar or whether it's a Ramesh. So why we have to select you? What kind of value addition you can give to the company? So what type of skill set you are having
that particular college MBA graduate doesn't have. So in that way, we are also working round the clock in what addition, value addition we impart to our student to increase the prospective employability among the student community. So as a first year, so this kind of today we are going to have very valuable insight from the expert. So you can get lot of things because so this decision making already after the undergraduate, you have taken the decision to pursue your management program, and you also taken the decision to pursue in Ramapuram campus. That is over. So now it's another crucial decision you have to take. So whether you have to take operations or finance or marketing or HR or finance. So this kind of combination decision you have to take, this is very crucial. So I clearly inform the head of the department, you have to give sufficient time to our student. You can give at least a minimum 15 to 20 days. So they can discuss with their senior, they can discuss the alumni, they can discuss the corporate stakeholder, but also from our side, we can also invite the expert. So they also interact with our expert. And finally, they can take the right combination. So what type of combination? So previously, after 2 years, you have to make a SWOT analysis. So what is the strength and weakness? And you have to convert weakness into strength. So that only we are here, how we are going to convert. So I hope our student of MBA definitely you will take the right decision at the right time. And once you take a decision, then you have to carry, you have to carve the way of mapping. So how you have to travel and how you are going to face. So how you can convert the challenges into opportunity. So such kind of skill set you have to develop for moving in a career. I hope few of the students you are going to take up entrepreneurship as your career. Your family, you are going to take up family business. Even though if you are going to take up a family business, but this period for the college 2 year period, you have to gain a lot of input and knowledge. So where you can make your business or your family business to be in a very attractive and efficient way. So with this, we are doing only for the betterment of our students, and we are also planning to do a lot, and we are also planning to have industry mentor for all the students. Once if we come to the third semester, so now we are going to introduce the industry mentor for each and every 10 students. So one industry mentor. Usually we have industry mentor only for the project, faculty mentor as well as the industry mentor. This academic year, so we are going to plan one industry mentor right from third semester onwards. We have closed the association with that industry, and you will gain so what is happening in the industry perspective. So you know that each and every year, I hope so Prakash is here as a placement coordinator. Now this time we achieved the highest salary each and every year. Our highest salary package is moving up, shows the dedication carried out by our faculty member. I hope yourself, you have to break the record achieved by your seniors, the highest salary package this time. So our federal bank has given the highest offer this time, and hopefully it's in the banking sector and also coming to the finance. And last previous side, ITC offered the highest package from the marketing. Each and every time that marketing, finance, and operation, it's shifting, and the students are getting the highest offer from the different company. And you can closely interact with the students, selected the highest offer, what type of question asked and how they responded. So what expected by the industry. Already we have a placement booster series. You experience that your senior, those are placed in the company, they are coming and carrying the experience also. It will also give betterment way how to improve ourselves. So only one thing, right from being to the student, continuous learning is the one way where we have to sustain in that. If we stop learning, then our growth is over. So at this competitive juncture, even we also know, so as a dean, I also know how artificial intelligence is impacting marketing, or AI is impacting HR, AI is impacting of operations. So what type of tool happening in the industry, making the logistics and supply chain in a better way. So how the people are forced, faced in the pandemic, how they come out with the pandemic. So once if you are not updated, if you are not learned, our growth is come to an end. So in that way, we also encourage our faculty, all the people, you have to learn continuously. Student, I am very happy you are also learning online. Enroll yourself with online courses. So I encourage not only during your career, you have to enroll, and you have to learn after your career. You have to learn a lot for your career prospects or career betterment. So with this, I also eagerly awaiting the valuable information and insight our experts are going to give for this session. So both physically, HR and the finance experts are there, and virtually we are going to meet the business analytics and the marketing aspect through the visual interaction. So I hope the whole session will be a fruitful and useful one, and I hope we will join together and we will do the best for the society and the best for your family members. So thank you very much and thanks for the opportunity. I express my gratitude for organizing the entire coordinate the entire program as a successful one, and all the volunteers those are sitting here. They came forward and they volunteered themselves with the different successes. So by round of applause, we congratulate them for their help and support for making the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pitzer. Now, may I kindly request the dignitaries to take their seats for today's participants. Thank you. Oh, yeah. The purpose of finance is to help individuals, businesses, and the government save, manage, raise, and efficiently use the money to the best of its ability. To shed light upon this, I take the opportunity to introduce the influential cost accountant and certified public accountant from the USA, Mr. G. Kumar. Mr. G. Kumar, Senior Transformation Catalyst, Inspired Academy, is having 40 years of corporate experience, out of which he worked in Muscat and Oman for 31 years, heading credit and collection of a large company, Saud Bhavan Group. He is also a passionate, distinguished Toastmaster, practicing public speaking and developing leadership skills for the past 17 years. He strongly believes that knowledge is the only wealth that multiplies when shared. I'd now like to invite Mr. G. Kumar to the stage. Thank you.
Morning. Am I audible? Before even beginning my own speech, I would like to say thanks to your team for giving such a great insight about your own university. I only wish that I were at least 30 years younger or at least 35 years probably younger what I am today. So then probably I also would have applied for the join SRMIST. Guys are agreeing with me? Yeah, yes. It's something which we never had when I was young like you. You guys are in your 20s and 21, right? We never had this. For us, only we knew what is BCom. There was not even a BBA, only BCom, Bachelor of Commerce. And sometimes back it was something called the BA Corporate. That was one new subject. It was another course introduced when I studied. Do you guys want to know when I did my BCom? I finished in 1983. 20th century. You guys are 21st century. Okay? Right. So thanks again to your ma'am for giving me an opportunity to come and give the presentation over here. As they introduced, I have a 40 years of experience, and I truly believe that knowledge is the only wealth that multiplies when it's shared. Nothing else. Knowledge is the only wealth. Because other wealth is when you are sharing, it goes out of you, it goes on add extra. But only when you share the knowledge, it's with you also, and it goes to the other person. So it is with two persons. So that's how I believe in it. Thank you very much for remembering to say that. So let me get into the presentation, and I also listened to Dean sir that you guys are in a state of confusion. Could I say that? Right? Confusion, right? What to do? I am going to say finance is the best. My friend, fellow Toastmaster, I just now came to know that he's a fellow Toastmaster. Vignesh is going to say HR is. Somebody is going to come online, he is going to say, look, I came online and digital marketing and analytics. And another person is going to come and say, all these guys are useless, only marketing. Right? So definitely you are in a state of confusion. So I do not want to confuse you more. Just wanted to give you a little bit of insight into what is finance, what I knew. Because as your dean said, learning never stops. The day you stop learning, you are ready to die. Number. The day we decided to stop learning, we are ready to die. Because learning never stops till you go to the grave. I have a very, theory for myself, which I used to tell my daughter. My daughter is 27 years old and I'm 22 years old. I tell them, I'm going to tell you guys are also that probably, I don't know whether you guys are already having, but I am having. You should have a friendship with 10 years above you, 10 years below you, and also 10 your own. Friendship with people who are 10 years above you and 10 years below you and your own. The reason 10 years below you will bring new technology, new information, new knowledge to you, which you would not have even got it. Right? The 10 years below, you keep on having a friendship always with somebody who was younger than they will bring the new technology. What is going on new in the 10 years above you, they will bring lots of wisdom and experience. You don't need to repeat the same mistake what people were if you are a friend with. That's why I used to tell my people that you call me GK, I am more connected. So you will be getting the wisdom and experience from the people who are 10 years above. What the peers make you do? None for them. Because you will see, oh, Shanti did it, oh, Ramesh did it, I should do that. That positive, constructive thing will make you run. So remember this, even if you don't remember what I'm going to talk. Right? 10 years ago, somebody's friendship could be there. It may be your uncle, aunt. I'm not defining the friendship. It can be anybody for them. But the person should pass on their experience and wisdom. And who may be less than 10 years, you may be able to connect. Right, guys? Right. With that, I'm going to start. To start with, you should know the most important thing I feel all of you should know is finance. Everybody is talking finance, finance. What is finance? Finance is nothing but the matter regarding management, creation, and study of money and investment. As a finance manager or finance personnel, you should know what is to, how to manage it, how to make it better within that period of time. Like I have been given 20 minutes of time. Typical finance manager would love to know more than within 20 minutes, how to make use of your own time so that you can sell best to the people who can sell best. So that some of them will get paid. So when you get into a finance job, remember you will not have the luxury of having 1 crore rupee and spending that. You will be always having hand to mouth, or sometimes less than. Just a finance manager has to make money, arrange money, and give to the organization. So that's finance, managing the fund. Creation of your owner will come and tell, like your team said, I am giving you 20 minutes, you do the best. Your owner will come and tell you, I'm giving you only 1 crore rupees, I want 25%. So how? That's the first thing. Finance is creation, managing, and study of money. And money is what you are having, and investment is what. There is a confusion between these two terms, finance and I'm sure there are BCom students over here, right? How many of you BCom students? Yeah. Accounting and finance. A term used very common. Finance where it is management of finance. Accounting is purely recording. If you are an accountant, you will be accounting all the transactions, even a pie spent, even a pie received, so that everything is in books. You have to maintain the account. If you are an accountant, you will be maintaining. But these two jobs are highly interrelated. Because one guy like me will come and say, I need 1 hour of time. A person like your dean and your coordinator will say, no, I have given only 20 minutes. Maximum you go 5 minutes. The accountant is like your dean. The finance man is like me. The finance guy will be looking for spending more. The accountant will say, we have done. So one maintains the records, the other one's plans. Am I clear? Right, guys? I also gave, I probably will share this. I already shared. Go to this investor page. You go and just put whatever you wanted to search for. It will give you the answer. This is what I found. Guys, I studied through books. Or Kukla, or you guys are on your fingertip. On your mobile, you can see what is happening. Probably you can go and tell later. Is available. I know better than him. Is there in book, right? My son does that. He comes and tells me that. The teacher does not know. He's a PhD. No, that he does not know. In the Google, it is very clearly seen whatever formula he said, it is changed. You are on your fingertips. You can actually challenge. That is why base you guys are reasoning out. I will also add now, if you are good in numbers, your reasoning capacity and ability is much higher. And your analytical ability is very logical. And you are just a finance guy, anybody. Plus, as a finance person, you have good in numbers. Then analytical ability, then reasoning. So if you have all this, you can definitely look for finance as your right. Well, sir, finance and accounting, you told me the hell I should take. I'm good in speaking, I'll go with the market. I'm good in interpersonal skill, I'll go with big name. I take finance. So I thought I will share with you some of the reasons why you should take finance. Why finance? Right? Why finance is the most important? I don't have much to talk. That's why I'm taking a little bit of time on that. But why finance? You will learn certain specific skills. What are all the specific skills you will be going to learn? Then you know why you should take finance. The most important thing is financial. They become student on anything about financial planning. Anybody? Very simple. Whether it is individual or organization, first you have to plan your short-term goals and long. Your short-term goal is to select MBA Finance or MBA. Your long-term goal is to settle in life in a bigger way and come back and talk as alumni in this. That's your long. That is a plan. It is said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I repeat, if you fail to plan anything, you are planning. So planning is the most crucial thing for any finance guy. He has to plan what is the short-term goal and long-term goal of the organization, and it also helps to keep a track whether you are moving towards the right goal. Right? If you are on the wrong ladder, you will climb the wrong wall. Right? So you should know the first thing is planning. As a financial planner, you should know what are all the short-term and long-term goals. To reach there, what is the strategy should adopt? There are various new organizations coming to play, like Zepto, Zomato, Ola, Uber. They don't have any asset. The finance guy would have given them the strategy how. So first and foremost is planning. What is next? Decision making. If you do not take the right decision at the right time, simple thing is share market. How many of you are marketing, trading in shares? Anybody? Everybody's trading in shares or trading in shares? Agree with me? If you do not do that at the right time, market is going up by 5%, I want to sell or buy. You turn market, that stock would have gone up more than what you. And invariably it happens, the stock which you don't want to buy only will go up. The stock which you sold, you loss also will go up. And you think that is the best stock. So you have to analyze lots of data before you come to the decision. So you should have knowledge on finance. And you should also have the decision making skills in such a way what to buy, when to buy, what to spend, and when to spend. Trust me, when you go into the finance industry, you will be the most respected person when your decision brings the best profit. And the owner or the board or directors or stakeholders keep on coming because your ability to predict based on the data available and your ability to analyze and give the decisions is the most important. So you will be learning when you are getting into the finance how to make finance. What next? Costing and budgeting. These are all the things you will be learning when you are going to take. Why should you take? Budgeting is very, very common. It's very important even for life. I am getting 1 lakh rupees as salary in my monthly. I should definitely have a budget of how much I should spend for my petrol, how much I should spend for Swiggy, how much I should spend for movies, how much I should save, so that when there is a day I need to suddenly my budgeting is in an organization, you will do budgeting department wise, section wise, in such a way that also will give you an idea whether you need to have the department or not. You as a finance professional will be getting into that aspect. So it starts from your house to the country. How many of you follow the budgets of Prime Minister Modi? Right? He comes out with a different budget. It's not easy for budgeting for a country. You should, because you are spending the taxpayers' money. Tomorrow you will be questioning. As an organization, you also will be learning what you will be spending with the stakeholders. At the end of the day, whatever you have budgeted, in that case, what is cost? Anybody can answer what is cost? Come on, guys are going to choose finance or something the next year. Anybody can tell me what is simple? What is cost? Anybody can stand up and say, all I can use. Yeah. Anybody? Cost is generally referred to what? Cost of production or cost of services, right? Why cost is so essential? What we saw during COVID, everybody wants to cut down their cost. The most important thing is IT guys. They all went into work from home because they were forced to do work from home because of the pandemic. But they found what? That is cost efficient. There's no need for people to work. I know a company that 4 floors of offices in Germany. Now they are operating on only 1 floor. The people are going to office only twice a day, means twice in a week, and in a rotation you have to go. In such a way, they reduce their electricity, they reduce the cost of, they even reduce the transportation allowance what they are supposed to pay. They increase the data, whatever you are going to have, the Wi-Fi, they increase that. Where is transportation? Where is Wi-Fi? Where 5G has come, and if you all, I'm sure all of you are watching the IPL. 5G ads are going. So the cost, when it is reduced, the profit goes. How will you fix the cost? You have to go by the various activities that is related to producing the product or service. Today, I'm sure the 180 people have to be enrolled in this year. I'm sure Dean and the top management would have worked out the cost and what are all the various they have to provide, additional rooms they have to provide, and all those things they would have. Cost is a very crucial, important thing which you will learn in your finance when you are taking the finance. What next? Investment. That is here who is investing in money that you are investing for yourself. But when an organization is making money, when their cash flow is going up, I'll tell you a typical scenario. There is I was interacting with the construction companies when I was small. They used to provide 30% advance for $1 million of contract. Is 30% of advance they have to make use of mobilizing the product, machinery and all. Sometimes they will be having their own machinery. The contractor would not have used for a new machine. So they will be with a surplus of 10 million here. A friend like me, what is your person like one finance manager will tell that this 10 lakhs will put it in a bond that will fetch 5% of interest for 3 months. That money is sufficient for us to pay next to 2 months of salary. That sort of the thinking comes when it comes. I'm giving you very, very tip of an iceberg. There are plenty of various things which you will learn when you're getting into finance. And where you will be increasing the profit of an organization without even selling. So that much knowledge will be gaining through the investment bank. It is one of the very important. This is something which is very close to me. What is the difference between 20th century and 21st century? Anybody? 50. And including Dean, I would like to ask. Because this is very common. What is the major difference between 20th century? My friend Vikesh was talking to you. Digitalization, slightly more. Technological development, can you rename that? Exactly. Internet revolution. Today, world is back. We should give a round of applause for that. Internet revolution, what it was, globalization. Today, you can market anywhere in the world. You can sell anywhere in the world sitting here in the SRM campus. And somebody is going to log in from anywhere. So that's the sort of globalization happen. When a globalization happens, international finance is very, very important because that is interacting with the two countries about the monetary. We will be learning international finance. Working capital management. What is working capital management? Anybody become student, I'm 100% you would have read it. Yeah. Day-to-day expenditures. So can you refine it? It's more in accounting or finance. Current assets and current liabilities. Okay, that's good. What is current assets? Cash. Then why you should have current assets? You should manage it. I'm talking about working capital management. Why? run a day-to-day business, what do you need? You need cash. So what from where you can bring the cash? There are two ways of doing it. Right? One is selling your stock. Second thing is collecting money from the persons to whom you sold on credit. Right? Today nobody is buying on cash. Everything is on credit. Correct or not? How many of you are having a mobile phone and you are paying EMI? Your own parents are paying for the EMI. Correct? Yes or no? Let me have a yes from you guys. No? Yes, correct. EMI is something which is lucrative also. There is no 6 months you buy on EMI, there is no interest. The guy who is selling it, he is valuing it in his profit. That's why you are not paying money. Do you know that? You are not paying interest because the finance guy is not getting. Finance guy is getting still the 4% or 2% of money because the guy who is selling the product saying instead of making 100 rupees profit, I will make 70 profit, but I will sell more. You need to have working capital management because one of the reasons why the Silicon Valley Bank is closed today, you may be having excellent debtors, you may be having excellent stock, but the stock may not be worth selling. The debtors may not be worth receiving. They will go to write off. You be showing excellent profit, but you as a finance professional should analyze the balance sheet of the organization and see whether the cash flow is there or cash is coming in. These are all the various things you will be learning when you are taking your MBA finance. Okay, right? Good sir. You told me whatever you wanted to say that. I know that I'm going to take finance. What is the scope of it? That's what your dean also wanted to know. What are all the scope of it? I'll tell you as a finance guys. I know I am Ahmedabad finance guy, engineers from IIT. I worked with. And incidentally, I went to my bank, and my bank manager just changed. Some other guy was sitting, and I said, "Sorry, you are a chartered accountant, or you are a cost accountant." No, the finance guy always connects the finance. No, I am a tech engineer. What are you doing? Oh, sir, I wrote yes, sir, banking examination. I got the officer's post. I'm getting the money here. And my interest is more on business. My interest is more on finance. So I got into it. He also did his behavior. So you are also having plenty of opportunities at the same time competition. That's why I like the way your team said you got upskill. I will talk to you about upskilling. So what are all the scopes available? You remember what are all the things I told you? Financial planning, decision making, international finance. Each and everything is connected with your job also. There can be an investment bank. What is an investment banker? The investment banker typically suggests to the banking board of directors which are all the companies I can acquire, which I can merge, where should I invest. So when you learn about investment in your MBA, then you can become an investment banker. Are you going to be the top of the list immediately? No. You get into that, get trained with the knowledge. But this is one fruitful job that is going on today. You can help on mergers and acquisitions. All these things happen. Today, if you see, most of the Indian companies are being bought. Right? I know many companies. So you will be one of them. You will be helping them. Here, what is the most crucial thing you have to do? Valuing the stock, valuing the assets, and valuing the business of the other company. And then you will be the person who has to advise. What next? Accounts manager. I don't want to get into all. I'm a routine guy. Like G. Kumar, I'm a routine guy. I would like to get into office at 9 o'clock. I want to get out at 6 o'clock. I get 3 months during the year end for finance. That's for accounts manager. Be happy maintaining the account. Ask questions. Why did you spend so much of money? This voucher is not right. You can get into an account. Right? And then, beautiful thing, I love it. Because I was this and I was there in my financial analysis. Somebody is coming and asking you credit, you analyze their balance sheet and tell them that you see, look, your cash flow is not good. You are having assets which are old. You are saying it is X amount of rupees, but it is market. This much only, I can give you only this. or you can give, or you can go to a company and say that where do you want to spend money out of your own pocket? I am funding you 3% of interest. I'm giving you, you can invest your money in 5%. That's sort of a financial analysis we can do. Credit analyst and credit manager, the most started company in the company. Somebody who can exactly predict that this particular thing, the business goes up. Because nobody is interested in paying full cash and buying it, including me. You have money, you wanted to invest somewhere, make use of that money, but you wanted to take it, right? This is another excellent credit analyst and manager, the job which is ready for you. Insurance and risk manager, if you upskill yourself with the insurance after doing this is another beautiful job which is available in the market. Insurance and risk manager. On top of all these things, when you go through the entire cycle, this is the ultimate chief financial officer of an organization with a background of engineering or a computer application or the chief financial officer of an organization manages everything. Accounting manager and the bankers, everybody reports. Because he's the guy who calls the shot. You can become ultimately chief financial. Clear? Right. So, right. I know what is finance, I know what is the scope, whether my university is offering that. Thanks to your ma'am, she shared with me the syllabus. I just had gone through your syllabus and then I found each and everything what I spoke is being covered in your finance. I'll just go through that quickly for you guys. I know I'm overshooting my time. Specialization in the investment analysis and portfolio management being taught. We'll be teaching you about how to evaluate the investment, what are all the risks involved in, who is a risk taker, who is a risk averse, and what are all the things you have to do for an investment. There in the yes. Mergers and acquisition. Very recently, I talked about how to value a stock, how to assess receivables. The company may be saying 100 million is of receivables I'm having, but it is worth only 60 million. How much I should pay to buy the company? Merger is two companies joining together, takes over the other. International finance also is a part of the thing. Because that is awesome. So that's the way for international finance. We'll be focusing on currencies, exchanges, and things like that. Also including political and social status. International finance is not finance. We also talk about you cannot go and invest in Syria, you cannot go and invest in Armenia. Right? You have to invest in the right. Why everybody is coming and investing in India? Because of the political system. And financial markets, institution and instruments, that's the order of the day. People are wanting to invest money in various securities. You have to be careful of. So this is being also taught in your curriculum. And apart from behavioral finance, financial derivatives and technology in finance, it is called a fintech. That is also being taught. So you know why you should take finance. You know you take finance, where will you head? And you don't need to search around because in your second year they are covering all these subjects. All you need to do is take a call. So quickly, I will also tell you guys, let's stop with what you are spending. That is of 20th century concept. You go to a company, you work for 30 years, 40 years, and you retire. But today's concept is you have to move ahead. So, this is no. As I was introduced, I am from an academy. We are called Inspire. We inspire people through finance, and that way, especially yours. So after finishing your MBA, there are various courses available. Around the 4 different courses which we promote. I'm not here to promote my academic for sure. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you about the course. It's a certified management accountant which you can do anytime after your graduation, even before your. It's something similar to the CWA what you are. After finishing your MBA finance, you will be eligible to write certified public accountant. Certified public accounting is the ultimate course any finance guy. 690,000 members are there worldwide. also provided by USA. And certified financial analyst. If you really you are interested in analyzing the finance and move ahead after doing your MBA, you can go for CFA. And certified information system audit. I feel everybody should add on qualification because this information. Today's world is full of information. So these are all the various courses. Anything on these courses or anything on finance, after my, I'm going to close my presentation. After this, you can contact me. My number is available with you. You can free to call me at any time. Probably if I am free, I will immediately take your call. If I am busy, I am going to call you back. So whether you go for finance, whether you go for market, whether you go for analytics, there are three things very, very important. Again, there are three Ds in life that take you to the fourth. Having a person who did not have given a sandal to walk to way when I was going to schools in my younger age. Never had a sandal. Mostly 3 months after that, I had to walk back. Having to wear only one trouser and one shirt for the entire 11th standard and 12th standard. I had to wash. If I had gone up in the line and coming here, standing in front of you, talking to the students of one of the most prestigious universities in India, what made me to come to this country? The 3Ds. I had the determination that once I have to climb up in life. I do not want to become another stenographer in 1983 when everybody wanted. I had the determination that I have to become. I had the determination sufficient? No. I have the dedication to ensure what is the determination you are having. You should have. You should go ahead with the dedication. You have to dedicate yourself. Are these two enough? Self-discipline. I'm sure none of your mother or father is making your college. There has been class 11 and told they would have opened you up and said, hey, go to the college, write the exam. Nobody is going. If you have these 3Ds in life, determination, big, dedicate yourself to that, and have the discipline to do that. You reach the fourth D. That maybe the destination where you want to go, or the dream that you want to fulfill, or the desire that you want. Remember, in life, the 3Ds will take you. Thank you. Any questions? Anybody? No, I overshot a bit more than planning. But thank you very much. Now, what? Why is this shaking hand? I'm sure Vignesh will know. We postmasters in public speaking, we practice. We should not allow the stage fear. We should leave it to them. What is Toastmasters going to do? Okay.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. Human resource isn't a thing we do. It's a thing that runs the business. Mr. Vignesh Raja is a seasoned business research, analytics, and consulting professional with over 16 years of industry experience, having worked in manufacturing sector and e-commerce. He is a professional speaker and is an invited panelist in various educational, corporate, and management forums. He was the one of the elite jury members for Singapore India Hackathon 2019 and Toycathon 2021, organized by the Ministry of Human Resource Development's Innovation Cell, Government of India.
I request everyone to maintain silence while we are starting. Now we'll be connecting with the next guest, Dr. Dwarika Prasad, via online. Marketing is not a battle of products, it's a battle of perceptions. To shed more light on this, I take the opportunity to introduce Dr. Dwarika Prasad, Union, founding Pro Vice Chancellor, Development, External Relations, and Executive Education, and founding Dean, School of Economics and School of Business, RV University, Bengaluru. In an ancient career spanning over 2 decades, Professor Union taught at premier business school at AM Kashipur, where he was Assistant Dean of Executive Education and headed its Dehradun campus. MICA Ahmedabad, SPJ IMR Mumbai, and SPJ School of Global Management Dubai. In the past, he had been invited by the Government of India to serve as Professor of Management in India's premier academy, LV SNAA Masuri, to train India's many civil services. He is an academic entrepreneur, having worked towards many startup institutions as part of the founding team like SPJ Global Dubai, Chitkara University in Himachal Pradesh, OP Jindal University Sonipat, and IIM Kashipur. I'd like to now give the floor to Dr. Dwarika.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible to everyone? Just let me know, organizers. Let me know if I'm audible. Good morning. Let me know if you're audible.
Speaker volume.
Let me know if I'm audible, guys. Not audible.
Clear.
Let me try if I could also log in from the other one.
Recording in progress.
Am I audible? Am I audible now?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, there seems to be some problem with my machines. Are just logged in with my phone, so my apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for this. Let me just log out from this so that I'm audible to everyone. Okay, very good morning, and thank you for accommodating my request, because I do have a meeting immediately after this. I request the organizers to, and my apologies for the previous speaker because I've taken their spot. Okay. Thank you, SRM University. Thank you, Oxford University Press, for inviting me for this particular talk for MBA students on the idea of specializations. Before I start on the specialization part, and I think the previous speaker did talk about the specializations in finance and so on and so forth. I think what we really need to do over a period of time, as the MBA education has moved in the last 25, 30 years, is to start looking at the relevance of these specializations. And yes, you do have a common understanding of first year of various subjects, and probably in your second year you pick up some of these disciplines, right? Just want to check, am I still audible and visible to you guys? Am I still audible and visible? Somebody could just let me know. Very good. Thank you, Raghupati. So, so the whole idea is the fact. The whole idea is the fact that why did we even have specializations in the MBA program?
ஆடியோ மட்டும் கேக்குது இல்ல சார் லேப்டாப்ல கரெக்டா இருக்கு அங்க வர மாட்டேங்குது சார் லேப்டாப்
Sir, kindly excuse us. We are having some technical issue. We are not able to hear you. So kindly excuse me. Just a minute, please.
Sure.
Sir, can you please relog in?
Okay, I'll do that.
Yes. சரி ஓகே சார்
ஒரு செக் பண்ணி இது வந்து செக் பண்ணிட்டு
சரி ஓகே இப்போ ஒரு தடவை ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க ஓகே சார் ஒரே ஒரு தடவை
அட்மிட் ஆகிட்டு
Sir, can you please re-log in?
I did that.
Okay.
I logged in again.
Sir, sir, sorry, kindly excuse us this time. Because of technical issues, the students are not able to hear you speak. So, is it possible that we can reschedule sometime at your convenient time? Maybe.
No worries. No worries. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Sorry, sir, for the inconvenience. Human resource isn't a thing we do. It's a thing that runs the business. Mr. Vignesh Raja is a seasoned business research, analytics, consulting professional with over 16 years industry experience, having worked in manufacturing service and e-commerce. He is a professional speaker and is an invited panelist in various educational, corporate, and management forums. He was one of the elite jury members for Singapore India Hackathon 2019 and Toycathon 2021, organized by the Ministry of Human Resource Development's Innovation Cell, Government of India. I'm extremely delighted to invite Mr. Vignesh Raja to share his views on this topic.
Am I audible now? Okay. As always, considering that the time of 20 minutes, I'll try to see how much justice I can do for this. While the system is getting loaded, I want to ask a quick check. I understand that around 120 students are here for this batch. So how many of you all are keen to join HR or already decided that you want to pursue HR? No, raise your hands very firmly. Okay, around 20 people. How many of you have possibly tapped on the wall, right? Where finance or HR, marketing or HR? Raise your hands. Okay, interesting. So I see that we have a diverse set of people here. I felt probably if the numbers was more, maybe probably for actually, considering that the numbers are pretty, I said probably move on with the elements. With the agenda, so this is what I'm going to be having for the next 20 minutes of time I have. I think we'll skip because we don't have setting the context, something that I okay, that's fine. So I set the context on why and how you're going to be doing this. And I also showcase some elements on the HR trends which are there because typically the challenges which are there in the industry something which you have to be aware of. So that to be able to ask each of us a step, upskill and move on to their spectrum. That's something that's very important. And I'll share some quick key takeaways and question answers I believe is going to be towards the end. I'll pick up. So that's where it is. So I'm very sure activities within the HR or the human resource domain, I'm very sure people will typically know, or maybe I should probably ask you all within HR which areas are you wanting to go ahead. Within HR, you already have any view on. I know that around 20 of you all have raised your hands. Which area within HR have you thought that you want to be pursuing towards? Anyone among those who have decided or redecided? Anyone? No? LND? Just give it a shot. HR people have to be communicative. Give it a try. Okay, I'll probably set the context and move ahead. So within HR, these are the possible options you will typically get into. One, the administration. So as in an earlier instance where in finance will be more on managing money, here it's going to be managing people. So that would be the core essence of HR itself. And most importantly, you decide what kind of finance manager is going to be in the system. You decide what kind of technology head is going to be driving the company. So effectively, in manufacturing services across the spectrum, you call the shots in terms of right in the ecosystem. And I would say it's a very, very essential skill, probably the function itself, because the quality or the quality of people you bring to the company is going to determine how fast your company is going to be earning, or probably how much the company's growth is likely to grow in the ecosystem. So within the sub functions, I thought I'll quickly set the context here. We typically see that the administration is something which is a very, very fundamental aspect, where you have to manage people and ensure that the people are adequately nourished in terms of having a great working environment, and they have a space to sit, and is the work environment conducive. So that's on the administration part. Recruiting and staffing. I'm very sure you typically will know that you have to bring the right people. So that's a very, very critical function. And within this function, you have three specific areas you typically do. One, you want to position your company as a great place to work, right? See, because I'm very sure all of you are looking to join companies, you typically see, oh, which companies are coming here, which means positioning the company is something which is very, very important, right? And which is where you ensure you bring in the right talent. And how many of you have heard about Glassdoor? Glassdoor? No? Okay. Some of you. What does Glassdoor provide? Job opportunities. Does it provide only job opportunities? Employee reviews. Sorry, employer reviews. Both, right? So it means it gives some perspective on how good or bad the company is. Am I right? And do you think you will pursue, or probably you would want to look through it before you go ahead with the company? So that's a critical point. So which means in terms of recruiting and staffing, which means positioning your company itself is a very, very fundamental part. That's something which is there. And the other part, retaining talent. Would you want to ensure you retain the right set of people in the company? Yes? No? So retaining the talent is something which is a very, very important point. And the last point, termination or extermination, that's also something which is equally important. And I'm very sure people would also see a lot of these layoffs happening in their system. And and whenever some, I mean, HR people do all these appraisals, everything, they seem to be the sweetest people on earth. And suddenly, when they say, okay, you know what, we feel not fitting into the company, they suddenly become villains, right? Yes or no? So it's a little unfortunate, but that's exactly what you're going to be focusing on as an individual. So there might be times that you will have to call the shots in terms of saying that, you know, great. In fact, this happens with almost every other individual. So in fact, it happens with people who probably have been star performers 1 or 2 years before. The basic idea is that companies understand that relevance in the organization is a very, very important one, and which is where companies typically see how well the person is skilled, how relevant are they in the company, in the organization, how relevant are they going to be in the future game plan of the company. That's something which is there, and which is where companies believe that they have to let go of people even if they have been star performers. Are you getting this point? Yeah. And health and safety. This is the fundamental point. While it applies largely to the manufacturing industry more, even in the services and the tech companies, it becomes a very, very pertinent point. Because fundamental point is you have to ensure that the safety and health of the individual is something which is very, very important because it has a direct correlation on impacting the productivity of the organization. A very, very important point. And which is where within the spectrum I connect the dots mental health. So I'm not too sure. In fact, mental health, when you look into it, I'm very sure when schools and colleges we talk about mental health. Likewise, in the industry as well, mental health is something which is coming to a very, very pertinent point. When people say, in fact, earlier companies normally say, okay, you're sick, you can take a leave. But today, companies are coming out with the system. You know what? No, you don't really feel like working, or probably you're having, I mean, you wouldn't say mental issue, but you feel that you do not have that required motivation or something to get office. Companies are coming out with different spectrum so that you are trying to nurture and benefit that individual. That's something very, very important point. Training and development is something which is going to be there across the spectrum. L&D. So which means companies understand that a lot of enhanced technology is going to be there. Or a lot of, I mean, the companies undergo a pivot. Companies say, well, in fact, to take a very, very simple example, the companies which I've got 1 or 2 instances, the companies pivoted. So in one instance, I mean, change management is a very, very pertinent point. Within that, suddenly technologies change. So let's say Postgro or database from there to SAP, massive shift, which means you need to have the right set of learning for the individual. That's something which is there, and you need to have a mechanism of training people. Sometimes the business changes. So in one of the companies, we had B2B as a business model. And then overnight we decided, you know what, let's move to a B2C business model. And in fact, this has got nothing to do with the individual. It's got to do with the company and company's business dynamics, where the company decided that, great, we've largely been a B2B company, but there is a situation where if I have to sustain in this system, I have to become a B2C company. And if I have to become a B2C company, I have to do certain things. It could be upskilling people, it could be bringing about change in the ecosystem so that I bring in the right people. And I, in fact, in instances, I also want to upskill people within organizations. That's something which is very, very pertinent point. Comp-ben, or probably the compensation benefits, are a very, very important point because which is where many times you have these elements of CPC. Finally, how many of you, I mean, I'm sure your seniors will typically see that, okay, great, what is the CTC? And you have the concept of the money which you actually get in the salary or the bank account, right? So compensation benefits are a very, very important idea or important activity the HR people do. And many instances you would have seen, do you keep looking at the startup space? Do you guys follow the startup space? Anyone? Maybe I want to take a quick minute to check what kind of new ways by which employees are being rewarded. Can someone tell me? So let's say one of you is going to be joining a company. What kind of new reward mechanism could you be possibly rewarded with? Sure, this is something you would have probably seen from the market, probably pay packages or whatever. I'm not referring to the pay packages, something beyond. ESOP, can you explain or can you tell us something a little bit more? Wait, your name? Anwar, thanks again. So ESOP, which is employee stock options. So what's so special about it? Great. I think can we have some round of applause? So, any more elements? Can someone bring in a newer dimension? What other ideas are companies trying? Any more points? Any more points? Signing bonus? Yes, no? I can't hear as much of you. Signing bonus? And in fact, happens a little in the entry level, but more in when companies acquire from a competitor, something which is there. Where they say, you join, I'll probably give you 2 lakhs this time. That will happens big time. Any more elements? Any more elements? Working from exotic or international locations. All these are effectively a compensation benefit. I think it comes under the spectrum. In fact, many companies have a lot of these international offices where they say you spend 2 years in the company, but a couple of them, if I may take the name, Accenture has a very, very interesting policy. JP Morgan, and these are some companies which I have been associated with, and they come out with some very, very different elements of giving a lucrative element. In fact, I've known some people who, in fact, I was also given an opportunity to abroad and come back. So, likewise, every company has an element of coming out with this kind of a compensation. The last point is a very, very important point again. Can someone read for me? So this is a very, very important element. Diversity. In fact, there is an extended term for it, which is DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And this is something which companies are coming out in a very, very big way. So it could be in terms of ensuring that guy and man get a similar or same or probably getting in the third gender, or it could be a wide aspect. So the basic idea is to bring in a level of diversity in the ecosystem and equity and being very, very inclusive. These are the specific points which a typical HR person will be involved in. And with a typical role, you can see that at that is intimated in the ecosystem, depending on where you start your journey. So I'm assuming that probably you may possibly join even at a mid-level, possibly, if not an entry. You will typically see that it's an assistant, temp, or probably a training. These are the very, very entry-level positions. And then you have an individual contributor contributing roles, possibly as an HR analyst, or probably an analyst, or an HR coordinator, or a HR specialist, or probably a benefit analyst, where a person is specifically on the benefits which the individual gets, and probably a HR IS analyst, and probably a HR business partner. You typically see that there is a wide element of individual role player, as well as possibly working alongside the wider team as well. And a little up the value curve, you see that you can join the training, the facilities, it could be the payroll, the benefits, and in fact, one thing which is not being included, probably CSR. Anyone? What is CSR? Corporate social. Thanks. So that's, again, there are specific rules which are earmarked and created. In fact, March is a time where they have specific budgets allocated and they want to develop projects or get closure on. And beyond that, you become the manager, you grow as a director, the vice president, and then so in the CXO cadre, typically can become a CHRO, Chief Human Resource Officer, or a CPO. Interestingly, in recent times, these people also end up getting a CEO as well. While normally the sales and marketing people, or probably the finance, or probably your marketing, or probably the tech people vying for the CEO role more often. It just happens that way. But interestingly, there is a shift which is happening. These people also become the CEOs as well. So this is something which is happening. So these, I thought I'll quickly showcase some trends which are currently in the space on what are the interesting aspects. First, definitely, decision via people. This is something which is happening now, and it's very pertinent, which means many people, because of decision, are moved out or asked to leave the system. In such a situation, it becomes a very, very touchy imagine you're asking a person who's worked in your company or slogged in your company for the last couple of years to get away from the company. Unfortunate situations, but happens. But the most important point is HR people are becoming much more people first, which means when I say people first, a simple example I can give is companies are supporting in terms of giving recommendations, giving support, giving a few months extra salary, and also ensuring that they are getting transition in a much more seamless way. I think these are certain very main steps, and companies are taking a lot of move towards this. But yeah, I mean, this is the need of that. This is something which is happening. The reason why I'm presenting these, possibly maybe the time when you step out may have improved, but this is something you have to be aware of. And in such a situation, how do you handle such a situation? So how do you speak with the person? Just imagine that person. Probably you had a lunch or dinner with the person yesterday. Today you're going to say, you know what, you're going to be leaving the company. So it's a very, very emotionally draining role. And not every HR wants to push you out of the system. Just that the situation demands, just that the company has to do it that way. And in that situation, what best can you do to that game? That's a very, very important element which you have to do, which is where your people skill comes in. Second is on the productivity paradox of a very, very interesting point. So can someone tell me, okay, now let me actually ask a question. Which is more productive? Stepping into a physical office or stepping or probably working from remote? Anyone can answer. I can't tell any single answer. Physical office, why? No takers for remote work. You're saving time, right? Company benefits. You also benefit. They're benefiting. You can probably do your household chores. You can probably spend more time with family. Why? Anyone? Anyone for or against? So, in fact, that's a typical paradox which exists. So, it's a dichotomy. So, there are both pros and cons. There are both. It's a boon and a bane. And many times people say certain elements this is better, certain elements this is better. So, which is where, so this will continue to be a paradox. There's no straight answer for that possibility. And this is where companies struggle around. So, in fact, recent times, even after post-COVID, companies still have not said 100% admin office. No, I don't think companies have done it. Companies have said, okay, no problem, 2 days, then you slowly move it up. But interesting point is, I would say, I worked in diverse spectrum where in person and the remote is there. What is generally seen is, personally, I prefer the in person because I get the people. There's a lot of social connect which happens. If there's any problem which my employee has, I go directly into his desk and say, oh, what's the problem? I can talk certain things over on his space and get things done. In fact, which is where the concept of management by working around works beautifully well. So I thought I'd just quickly step a minute on that. Building skill-based organization, I think that's a fair point. I don't want to tell too much on it. Generating value in people analytics. So while there's a separate segment on analytics as well, technology is something which you can't run away from, which means people analytics is something which will be. So technology will largely be an enabler, which is where you have these roles like HR analyst or HR IS or the diverse spectrum where, so which means, what does it mean for you? Can someone tell me, can someone tell me what's in it for you? So what? What will it mean for you? So if people analytics or analytics is permeating into the HR spectrum, what does it mean for you? How will it impact you? No answers? No? Just give it a try. No? So which means you have to be upskilling yourself on the technology part. I'm not too sure to what extent you're aware of with regard to Power BI, visualization, or Tableau or any of these. There is a very important area where you will also have to focus on upskilling your areas on technology. So that's a very important one I want to focus on. Amplifying the employee voice. I think this is something which is very, very pertinent, which is where companies engage. Great. Let's form a LinkedIn forum, Microsoft Teams. Let's do a lot of aspects in terms of enhancing the voice of the employee as well. Humanizing work experience, I think is something which is there. It's going to be there all the space. Which means, can I celebrate my employee? That's something which is there. Can I celebrate my employee's birthday? Can I bring in more vibrancy in the way I operate? Can I bring in more individualness where I recognize that that's something. I think this DEI part is typically focused on it, and there is more efforts which are put in place towards enhancing, or in terms of ensuring that this is a point which is focused on. So this is where I want to focus on the mental health. I did discuss about this mental health. So some companies have concept of counselors. Some companies bring in experts from outside and then have sessions. Some companies provide some forum where they can voice out. Some companies have individual areas where they can much more better, or probably stress busters or relaxing them. Retreats typically serve such purpose where they are, like they have a perspective on understanding and probably getting relief on. ESG is something which is there. What is ESG? Anyone? Okay. Environment. Governance. Okay. Fair enough. Thanks. So effectively, ESG is something which is there, which means across the spectrum, companies typically see how can HR on a wider perspective that ensure that the ESG is focused on. With it, because there's a lot of focus or hue and cry about environment. What is the company doing to the environment? Is it improving the system, or is there any degradation of the environment? How can I make the world a bit social? How is my company or the environment, my employees impact societal? Are there any issues? Can I focus on something which is there? And the governance is something which is going to be there. These are the areas which are there. Upskilling HR is a constant area where HR will definitely get better, so that they can understand the employees' problems and come out with areas to help people and get better. Empowering managers, those are directly related with the data as well. And redesigning work. This is something which is there. Within the redesigning part, you can typically see that companies, in fact, I'm sure you would have learned in your principles of management philosophy about job rotation and other aspects where you focus on a particular team. Can you work on another area? Can you Can you go to another team and learn? Because the most important thing is whenever you work as a team, you will not be able to appreciate challenges that other departments face. In fact, in manufacturing companies, production teams have a different view, and probably your sales and marketing have different, which is where empathy is a very, very important. So with regard to the skills, in case you are focusing on the HR, integrity is something which will definitely have to be very, very important. Ethics is something which is a very, very important point. Self-discipline, again, from Master's point, very, very important. Discipline itself. Communication. So communication is something which is very, very important because let me give a very, very simple example. In one of the earlier companies, 5 years when we had been working, CEO actually had a chance where the company had to let go, or probably we had to ask them. So the basic idea is, even when in fact, there was another situation where the employees' salaries were being delayed. So that's a very, very tricky situation, right? But the basic idea, what we did was, we communicated to employees at last. We put them, so beyond a typical town hall meeting, we pulled everyone together and then voiced out. Well, you know what? The company is, we've been doing the business ABC. We've been drawing revenues on ABC. But however, over probably a little before, we're having this issue. So the basic idea here is, when the management communicates challenges, issues, employees are receptive. And you will not believe it. In fact, we said we're not actually reducing salaries for certain people. So which means, let's say a simple example, people are drawing 10,000 rupees. They were still getting the salaries on their own. Anyone who are drawing salaries above 20,000, these salaries will be delayed by 10 days. The basic idea of what happened was, when such a communication happened, you will not believe it. A person who's drawing 20,000 or less, he came and said, if the situation is so bad, do you think you want to, delay my salary? So this is something which is a very, very open communication which happens. Right? See, the basic idea is, now the person understands the company is facing an issue. It means it's not going to be a problem, it's a temporary problem. Because many times what happens, when there is no communication happens, there's a lot of miscommunication, a lot of grey points, a lot of rumors can come through. And this is something which, as a head, will have to be treated to death. I mean, which is where you have to communicate openly as much as possible, so that you can remove such fears. Because at the end of the day, just imagine, if I'm a person working in a company, look at it from the other spectrum. I have a EMI to pay. I probably have the probably my family expenses which I have to cover, which means all I have to do is if I was informed prior, it gives a lot of cushion, which means all I have to do is okay, it's a temporary leave for the next 5 days or 10 days. Let me look at other sources of funding. Does it make sense? So, which is where the communication plays a very, very important role. And across the spectrum, across the level. Empathy. So, the same point, empathy is something where you have to look at it from the other person's shoes, or you look at it from the other side of the table. And then, what challenges are you facing? How can I alleviate it? What areas do I have to focus so that I can get better? Now, obviously, problem solver is something which you have to be. Creativity is something which you have to. Experience is something which will come in place, but using the focus on networking and understanding from your peers and superiors, you can possibly get better. You don't really want to make the same mistake which your boss or super boss made. The thinking, strategic thinker is something which will definitely have technologically updated. That's is a recurring point. And multitasking. So what normally happens is, as a HR, I probably have to probably do activity A, and all this will have to be done today. So in such a situation, how do I do it? And which is where you have to focus on delegating and probably focusing on prioritizing the time. Deep knowledge is something which is very, very pertinent. Why it is important within services domain also, then manufacturing industry is going to be becoming, it's going to become all the more important. I'm very sure anyone who is interested or wants to pursue a role in a manufacturing, anyone? Industrial relations, I'm very sure there are. So, thanks. So, basic ideas in the legal space, like HR, probably in the manufacturing spaces, will be working with the unions, will be working with the shop floor. So, the basic idea is the challenges which you will have to encounter there is going to be completely different. So, that's something which is there, which is where the knowledge. Interpersonal skills, a very, very pertinent point. That what's running on the person. How can I step in? How can I help the person? And how can I get it done? Negotiation, a very, very important skill. Why do you think negotiation is important? Why do you think negotiation is important? I mean, is it important? Why is it important? Where all would you apply? Let's say I'm the HR person. I say, you know what? Harshini, okay. Harshini, you know what? I'm going to offer this role to you, but the management has to be a budget of 4 lakhs. So let me know if you want to do it. Okay, that's a very easy thing. But what normally happens is, like the budget thing which I was mentioning, even the HR people are given budgets by the finance and public management, which means I may possibly have a budget of 5 lakhs, but I want to ensure that, you know what, I've got a person. I've got a person like Ashmi or 4 lakhs, whereas I have a budget of 5 lakhs. So the question is, the basic idea on how I can negotiate with people, something which is very, very important. And I mean, the negotiation will come into play in a very, very low. One at entry level where I'm recruiting people in the initial roles. Now, let's say I'm a star performer and I'm going to be asking for a hike, right? Okay, Ashwin, I'm working in the company and I'm going to say, Ashwin, I want a hike of 100%. You are the what do you do? Okay, let me repeat again. I'm an employee, I'm probably a star performer, right? And I'm working in the company for the last 5 years. And now Ashwin is a HR manager. I'm going to be asking the HR manager, I want 100%. Otherwise I'm going to be leaving it. You'll say yes. So Ashwin will say, great, you are awarded 100%. Can you do that? So the basic idea here is, which is where negotiation is a very, very powerful point. You will encounter these instances where when you are probably looking at like doing the appraisal, because he has probably I have done all of it, but still I have the budget. The company will say, you know what, the best performer should be given only. He's asking, what am I doing? And the best part is, I should not let go of this person, or probably I should not, because competition is high, which means as a HR person, you will have to make me feel good. I'm giving you only 10%, and you will feel that, wow, that's the best thing which happened to me. You understand the point? Which means you have to ensure that the 10% is the best thing which has happened to me. And the most important point is I should not have 10%. So it's a very, very big gap. That person, where is 100%, which is where the skill of the HR comes into play. I think I leave that idea on how you want to do it. There are different ways you can do it, which is where the company is here. You want to say, let's look at reviewing your, the power plants. Let's see if you can give you. Let's see if you can work from transportation. These are some simple ways. These are the different tricks which the HR people will pull from. Or probably, in fact, other point is, no worries, we'll probably give you a hike in the grade. I can't give you a package, or probably I give you a role. Have you seen this? I think once you probably get to the ecosystem, you get to see it. These are different ways by which companies will, or probably the HR will do some stuff. In fact, beyond that, they say, I'll not give you a hike, I'll not give you but I'll not give you a role change also, but I give you a team to work. These are different ways by which, because at the end of the day, as a person, I still feel good. Earlier, I'm an individual contributor. Now, I've been having a team, 5 people here, whom I'm going to be managing. You get the dimension here. So the basic idea here is, as a HR, what tools can I bring to the table, and how do I ensure that I still make it? Influencing personality, yes, that's something I have to do, so that I can ensure that the people are with me, motivated, and they will be there for things. And yeah, put a data, data interpretation. I think I just quickly share some very small quotes from the industry. Yeah, I think this is something that goes without saying, because in the technology and the services industry, the human resources are the most valuable assets. Because the more efficient and effective you have, you can do some amazing things, and they're all needed. And yeah, so Steve Jobs, very, very popular personality. Himself has said, doesn't make sense to hire smart people and then tell them what to do. You hire smart people so that they can tell. So you can typically see the dimension, because they are the people who are going to be planning, and how you bring in the right set of people to grow your business and transform. Yeah, so this another very interesting personality is Richard Branson, Virgin Atlantic. I'm sure you would have seen him or probably heard about him. Train people well enough so they can leave, which means I want you all to reiterate or probably think about this particular point. So the most important thing is, can someone relate to that first point? Can someone relate to that first point? What does it mean? Can someone relate to that first point? So what it means is, I don't want a person to be sitting there and not doing the role, because I want that role to be dispensable. That's something which is there. And most important one is treat them well enough so they don't want. So I think it's more about ensuring that you have the right talent, and ensure that you you don't want to get off the right. This is something I thought I just leave you with, so that in fact many times people say people don't leave companies, people leave their bosses or just something. I'm not too sure if we have the question time, but I would really wish you a great opportunity in terms of whichever role, HR, okay, but any other roles as well. And thank you, thank you. Any questions? No? You have any questions? Anyone who's worked in a company? How many of you have worked in a company before? How many of you have worked in a company before joining here? MBA? Okay, so which company do you what kind of role? So, what is your perspective on HR? So, another important point is HR people get a lot of visibility. So, normally, HR very rarely in HR companies, HR people have like. So the ratio between HR and employee is small, which means the visibility quotient is going to be very, very high. And the most important point is the more effective you can be, you can grow the business. So, rightly you see, there is both individual contributor role as well as a team role. And most importantly, while I dedicated these roles, sometimes companies don't have the luxury. So what they think, okay, they look at audit, look at recruitment, look at staffing, and you look at all the results. So I think companies typically have these parameters. Depending on which nature of companies you work, these change. In fact, I've also seen different areas like a company as big as Accenture, probably they focus on one stream. So where will be allocated an account, we only focus on conflict. So that's something which is there. I think there are different how you can probably look into it. Whereas in the small set of startups, companies, aerospace or whichever, you typically see that only 2 or 3 people may be managing and you get a great visibility. So you'll be going for the placement, you'll be looking at exit formalities, you'll be looking at appraisals, you'll be looking at HR activities, you'll be looking at managing talent, you'll be looking at getting more talent, you'll be a whole range of I think the basic idea is there is a whole aspect of yourself. But the basic questions you will have to ask yourself, where would you want to be? Because you can be anyone, anywhere. Where do you think you would want to fit in? And with regard to opportunities, in fact, most important point is today, the remote workspace is a very, very challenging point because interestingly, the current one which I manage, my HR actually is based in Bombay and she manages a team of 50 people or like 70 people per spread across the spectrum. So it's going to be very, very challenging. So which is where we have like a daily call, we have call, there is a team activity, there is the HR admin discussion, there is a weekly management discussion, there's a whole lot of aspect so that the HR doesn't miss out on any important, very, very important for them. If there are no more questions, any questions, please. Okay, great. Thanks for your question, your name. Okay, which a great, good question, interesting. But most important point is, I think, drawing from the elements which you've just seen, one is definitely the scaling up, scaling part. And when someone is looking to your file itself, they should see what's so special about you to recruit. So, have you done anything? Have you participated in a lot of events? Have you posted? So, I think here, the MBA as an MBA, I'm very sure a lot of things are going to happen. So, you typically see, can you be part of the organization? Can you be part of the talent drive? So the basic idea is how can you showcase your talent within the time you have an ecosystem? Have you participated in events across? Have you participated or volunteered or probably headed initiatives within the organization? Because that will probably play a role in terms of, oh, you know what, this person has very actively participated. She has interacted with this cell of and brought in 20 companies. 20 companies. That's what I want, right? If I have to look at recruiting you and see what have you done special, then I see, okay, probably head of probably, let's say, placement drive. Maybe then if you've done it, I'll see, okay, Pooja has probably done, reached out to companies, 20 companies, and she's got placement or internships for 100 people. Don't you think that's something lovely to have? So, like that, try to see if you can look at different things. Networking is something which is very important. Have you gone beyond what your other peers have done? Because while the post curriculum is going to be their standard, you don't want to share anything which is already there. Can you do something better? Can you focus on another skill? Let's say technology, right? So you can probably see Power BI, data visualization, Tableau. So the basic idea is how can you probably showcase some skill or some talent or showcase your talent or do something which is done. Or let's say today is again, we talk a lot about personal branding. Can you possibly, over the next 10 months, come out with different topics on HR, which you think is more important? Write a blog, or probably talk about it, or probably do a blog, do a podcast. I think the possibilities are immense. I think you guys are furthermore, you have a lot of possibilities in terms of the digital and the virtual part, which means you can build your profile in a much more fun way, and you enjoy the process. In fact, you can have a YouTube channel and promote or focus completely on HR, where you can bring in different elements, where it can be a reading video, or it can be an area where you can go deep beyond what your curriculum requires. Does it make sense? So it means you're actually bulletproofing yourself and showcasing yourself in a manner which is different from your peers. It's more about how do you they choose female candidates for the that really true. And if it is so, I'd really like to break that. Okay, thanks for bringing that point here. I mean, okay, very interesting question, and which is where that DEI is coming to the table here. That I was and possibly, I mean, I would say that companies, women definitely have or seem to have better emotional intelligence. That's exactly why and where they score over the guys. But I've typically seen as long as you are enterprising, as long as you have the right skill set, as long as you can justice in fact, going beyond the core curriculum, I think you are business. In fact, I've seen people who have grown beyond the system. They start as a junior analyst, and then they are completely different things. So I think why these are predetermined dividends which exist in the market, they probably absorb. They actually will look at all those skills, right? Integrating questions high, or probably they follow ethics. I think those are elements which we see during the interaction is changing. In fact, the basic question is what is the element? I mean, when someone looks into your profile, what screams family? That's what I would say. Thanks. Okay, thanks. HR are the first piece of media. Okay, I don't know. It really depends on the nature of role, nature of company, and the basic idea is it's not necessarily. It's more about the roles which are not contributing much to that process. That's what it is. And with regard to that point on HR itself, it really depends. See, many times what happens, sometimes when the situation is too good, companies end up taking people across the spectrum, not just HR. Could be in operations, it could be in technology. And I mean, the only reason is when you look at the different areas, you will see that HR people only 3 people are there who are being chucked. Possibly could have, which means the ratio looks very big. Whereas in the technology, you will see 100 people, 30 people being new. So that's the point. So I think I would say it's largely with regard to poor decision making and judgment when they recruited. I think it's not your fault. It's a fault of the market. And I think it happens across the spectrum, not just in HR. It's a common phenomenon, especially. In fact, I will give another example, like what you rightly pointed out. When my company, one of my earlier companies, 6 years back, they raised funding. So they got Series A funding. They got 25 crores, and suddenly we were actually in different places. We were management. They decided, okay, fine, let's do workshops, let's do sessions. We'll have different events. We'll have different speakers. So what really happens is when such a thing happens, interestingly the company grew from 100 to almost 400 within a span of 3 months. But after 6 months, they realized, no, this is not value addition. Then they brought it on to 280. These normalization is something which happens, but largely because of poor judgment. That's what I would say. Not necessarily. I mean, I would say that beyond spectrum, it's more about removing value added, removing people who do not add value. That's where it is. And I mean, if you really want to bullet yourself, I think, like I said, just focus on getting your skills, focusing on selling yourself and networking. I think networking is something which I don't know to what extent the colleges do, but that's something you have to constantly do. In fact, as a matter of fact, for us as entrepreneurs and business people, for us to try staying connected or probably be relevant for us, we constantly keep looking at connecting with your is one on the technology front where the market is headed, and also new business opportunities and new initiatives. So that's something which is really there. Networking is something not just for your initial level of it, but even over and beyond. So in fact, many times I've got new projects, new initiatives, and new collaboration possibilities because of it. I think that's something which is an ongoing effort which you have to focus on, and that's beautifully. I think Kumar has brought in that idea. Like have friends 10 years younger, 10 years senior. I think that's something which goes back to that particular point. Any questions? Probably I'll invite Kumar sir. I'm sure since the last time we didn't have the pointers, you may want to address some of them. Thank you so much.
Any questions? Don't ask me. Ask me that question.
Questions for Anna?
If you would like to take finance as your MBA, that's the question. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, that's not. Is it before my talk or after my talk? How many of you decided before my talk? Almost all of you. How many of you decided after my talk? Okay, I asked you another question. You guys asking me question, I am asking. Okay. Did your ideas were validated by me? Like, yes, I wanted to become a finance guy, but I was not very sure. But Kumar came and said something which is validating what is my thinking. Is it that? How many of you had that? At least now, raise your hands. It's not. I am not trying to take credit for myself. I'll just give you a life lesson. I'm 59. Okay, yeah, Mr. Yeah, Vignesh. Go to. Okay. No, not at all. I'll tell you. I'll give you a different answer to that, but that will give you a complete answer. Hey, listen, guys. Listen. In 20 years back, let's say end of 20th century, or those times, if you want to start up a company, you will have to really go beg around to get money. None of the bankers will give. They will make your life run around for everything to get single rupee. Today, it's completely different. You have a good idea. There are multiple number of people waiting to fund. That's the answer to your question. It's no more a particular place. It's the people, it's the idea. I know a friend of mine, her daughter, she got $500 million funding for researching on Bitcoin. The only condition is she should not go to college, she should get into the research. Either she has to get into masters in the US or get into research on Bitcoin. How much? Not $1 or $2, $500 million. And she took it and she got into this. That's the amount of money available, white money available. Okay. So I don't want to talk about the black. Yeah, definitely. Money. See, what happens sometimes in life, we will be having some ideas. Okay. And we always wonder whether that idea is correct. We don't take the first step towards that idea. Because wherever you go, there may be like, I was wondering, most of you asked a question which is a negative question. You're all in your 20s. You talked about recession. You talked about laying off. You talked about hiring a female instead of a male. It's not the way you should look at life. Don't look at what is happening bad around you. Look at what is happening positive around you. Start looking at positive. In fact, in Toastmasters, what we normally do is you guys definitely go and look for www.toastmasters.org. Okay, there is something beautiful section called evaluation section. Like when I give a speech like this, somebody comes and give an evaluation. Okay, what did I do right? Where did I go wrong? But this evaluation starts with, hey, listen, guys, this is something important in life. You have to look for something good in everything, and then look for the things which has not happened. The good things you appreciate, the things which have not happened, you look for how to improve on it. So at this age, what I tell my son, I'm telling you guys. I'm not telling you something which I am not telling you. Do not look for something which is not there. Look for something which is there. My son is in Delhi, not even Delhi, in Gohana, somewhere 2.5 hours drive from Delhi. It's in Haryana. It's nothing there. Nothing, absolutely nothing. 1 week later, the HR guys, the HR guys told him, get out of the hotel, find your own place. He called me and cribbed. The son born and brought up in Muscat with a silver spoon, right? In Muscat, you live with all facilities. Drop off the hat, you go and bring your son by a car, or he started driving the car. All facilities. Today, the company said, 1 week only I will give you money. Get out and look for your own place. True years, right? 50 years I lived in a bedroom where I have AC. If I don't have an AC, I'll go to my dad's room and sleep. There is no AC there. There is no bed. He found a house which is under construction. He called me and said, Dad, this is nonsense. Tomorrow I will come. I said, no, you're not coming. That's the thing. You don't know when it will turn from good to bad, bad to. But what will make you to withstand that is your ability to look for the positive things. I asked him what is good over there. He said there is no company at all. Only 10 people. I said, is the company developing? Are they going to develop the company? He said, yes. Then, will you not get contribute recognition or appreciation when you contribute to the development? He said, yes. Are you not a mechanical engineer? Yes. Then why don't you contribute? And the company is not a small company. Adani. In Adani Wilman, if you are going to join. But that sort of a thing you should. Now he is enjoying. 1 month he didn't come. He enjoys the weather. I told him, and there is no job. This guy went to Delhi for attending a concert. If you have a job, you cannot go to the concert. He's a guitarist. So what I am trying to drive home for you guys, whichever job you are taking, since you don't have much questions on finance, I thought I'll get into this sort of. I'm stepping into the shoes of Vignesh. Look for something positive in life. You will reach to the right place where you want. Number one. Number two, even if you do not reach the place where you want to go, you will have the heart to accept where you are and enjoy. That's the thing I would like to take. Right? So, good luck to all of you. Any questions on finance, guys? No? I thought one question is very, very valid question. After finishing MBA, how much money I get? Is that not a question in your mind? Huh? There, correct? Definitely it's a competitive market. Varshini, right? Harshini. Harshini Anbarasan, right? And what is your gentleman? What's your name? All the three of you, can you get up? Prithvi, Harshini, Anbarasan. Okay. You are all going for the same job. There will be a Vignesh, there will be a Kumar, because none of the interviews are attended only by the HR guys alone or the technical guys alone. Both the guys will be there. We both will be having our own difference of opinions. How will you impress? How will you impress? That's the most important. You are all same MBA finance or MBA HR from all the three of you did the same course, let us say. All the three of you came out to the same interview hall. Meeting two gentlemen like Kumar and Vignesh, The most important thing is they are looking for what is there in you that will contribute to the organization. They wanted to hire all the three of you. They wanted to hire, but they are not going to fix the same salary for you. What will you contribute to the organizations? Whether it can be HR or it can be marketing or it can be service or finance. How you can differentiate yourself from others, that matters. The uniqueness in you, that matters. Then whether it is a male or female, it doesn't matter. Whether it is X or Y, it doesn't matter. You will grow in the organization. You may join at 30,000 rupees, but you may go quickly, you will grow in the organization. Willingness to learn, ability to contribute, look the positivity, and work as a team. That's the most crucial mantras. Work as a team. Individually, I may be great, you may not be great, or I may be 100% eligible, skilled, somebody else is 70% skilled. But as a team, how you are going to produce, and as a leader, how you can bring that from the team, that differentiates. Then the money doesn't matter. Because one of the persons who has studied in CMA in my institute, the certified management, somebody is getting 6.5 lakhs, somebody is getting 8.8 lakhs per annum. So what makes you different is, what is that particular thing, quality different in you from others? That's what. Okay. Right. Good luck. I don't want to bore you guys more than this. Okay. Go over. Thank you.
Thank you, respected sirs, for your informative and inspiring words. I would now like to call Dr. Jarina Rachel to the stage to propose the vote of thanks. An attitude of gratitude and thanks for everything that happens around us is knowing that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. With these words, let me take this opportunity to propose my vote of thanks. Honorable dignitaries, Mr. Kumar, Senior Transformation Catalyst, Inspire Academy, Mr. Vignesh Raja, CEO, First MR Business Analytics, Dr. Dwarika Prasad Unias, Founding Pro Vice Chancellor and Founding Dean, School of Economics and School of Business, RV University, Bangalore, Dr. Pavan Kumar Gurazada, Business and Artificial Intelligence, Great Learning, Hyderabad, the Dean, Management, SRMIST, Dr. C. Sundar, Head of the Department, MBA, SRMIST, Dr. R. Arulmuri, colleagues and my dear friends. At the foremost, let me thank the Lord Almighty for having this event a possible one. And on behalf of the management, faculty, and the students of College of Management, I must mention my deepest sense of gratitude to the speakers of this day, Mr. G. Kumar and Mr. Vignesh Raja, for gracing their presence with us this forenoon and sharing their knowledge and insights, and also sharing their life experiences, giving the students a vast insight on the perspectives of finance and HR. So I'm pretty sure that each one of you would have got benefited out of this session, and this session would definitely give you a clarity on choosing your elective of your choice. So thank you, sirs, for taking this, for giving us this opportunity. I would like to thank and place my record of sincere thanks to our Dean and HOD for this event and conceptualizing this event, and being of great support in proceedings of Specialization Conclave. Thank you, sirs. Further, I like to register my thanks to my colleagues and my dear students for all your cooperation and patience all through this program. Thank you once again.
May I request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जाहे तब शुभाशिष माहे जाए जब जय नादा जन गण मंगल नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे On behalf of SRM University Ramapuram, I would like to thank each and every one of you present here today for giving your precious time to your presence here. I request everyone, please proceed to their respective class. Thank you.